for, I believe, 24 years. And I'm trying to do the math on that right now. I'll do it for you. We met when we were about 4 years old. And I'll remember this forever. We moved into the neighborhood that we went on to live in for 20 plus years. And I was 4 years old, and I was upset that we had moved. And my parents suggested to me, there's a lot of kids outside running around. Why don't you go outside and see what's going on? Maybe go have some fun. Maybe get out of our hair while we try to move right now. And I walked outside, and one of the first people that I met was Blake. I ran up to him, and 4-year-olds get along pretty easily and become friends. And I remember we ran around. We wound up hanging out in his backyard with Johnny Gabler, who was sitting over there, and Larry Murray, also sitting over there. We're hanging out, and basically it becomes immediately apparent all these guys live within a minute walking from me. And Blake and I's house was separated by basically 1 yard, which was Jenna Turbach. There she is right there. So obviously very quickly the two of us became the best of friends. We were inseparable. We were running around the yards all the time together. We were tormenting my brother. There he is over there.
Sorry, Mike.
It's okay. I couldn't be too mean to him, but Blake could do it for me. And just all through that time, I got to know Blake's family, Tom and Janet and Carly, who still just so close with, and it's been so great growing up with the Zalowskis in my life. We went to elementary school together, we went to middle school together, through high school. It never separated. We were always with each other. Every new friend that came along was friends with myself and with Blake. We went to college together. We both went to Mizzou. He joined a different fraternity than me, but by the time senior year rolled around, there we were just hanging out with each other all the time, going out to the bars together. Basically, you just can't keep us apart. I watched this guy dye his hair bleach blonde twice, separated by like a decade. So that's just the type of person Blake is, because I'm not the only one here who has a story that lasts 20 plus years about friendship with Blake. All those people I pointed out, and not to mention a bunch of other people that are from around the neighborhood. All the parents sitting right next to me here. I see Aaron and Mikey Day looking at me. All of these people have known Blake for 20 plus years, and here they stand at his wedding. And that's the type of person Blake is. That's a testament to the genuine love, respect that he gives to the people that he cares about. Anyone he meets, he makes a deep impression on their life. Before you know it, the little kid that you and him were 4 years old together running around is playing with your own kid. You're standing there as the best man at his wedding. It's surreal. I can't believe that much time has passed. We, of course, have continued to see each other a lot since college. We both live in St. Louis together and have continued to hang out a lot. And I remember, obviously, when Deanna first came around. Actually, the priest today started to tell a story about their first date. I was worried he was going to steal the one that I had. Luckily, I do remember the first date at Basso, right? Blake telling us all about how excited he was. But what I remember, what I really recall, was him telling us that maybe it was the second or third or something time that he said Deanna was in school to be an audiologist. And what he was doing as a kind of a date was going to her office so that she could run tests on him. And I remember just thinking, oh, this is for real. Like, that's crazy. And here we go. Not long after that, Deanna did graduate, doctor. She graduated and got her degree, and she was working a job in Milwaukee, I believe, in Chicago. She was doing rotations that were basically not in St. Louis, and her and Blake had been dating for a little while. And all I remember is basically without hesitation, they started just switching off weekends. Blake was driving up, making this 5-6 hour drive, which everyone on this half of the room made today or yesterday.
Yeah.
He was doing that once every week or once every 2 weeks. He obviously was immediately and wholly devoted from the start. And as soon as Deanna was done, she came back, and pretty quickly after that, Blake told us, he was like, I know it hasn't been super long, but I think I'm ready. I think I want to propose to her. I'm ready for this commitment. And I remember just noticing that Blake he was so energetic about it. He was so enthused. And knowing him for 24 years, obviously I could tell when it's just different. And I could tell that Blake was just so happy with where he was, and he was so ready to just lock it down. So I was obviously extremely happy for him. So Blake, it's such an honor to stand here 24 years later as your best man. I wish you guys nothing but happiness and success as you take this next step. For those who don't know, they are building a house, and it's like 10, 15 minutes from us. So, of course, we're just going to continue to see each other because that's how our life has gone so far. So here is to slowly just turning into old men who reminisce about playing football in Johnny Gabler's side yard.
Yes. Yeah.
Here's to the happy couple. Everyone raise your glass.
Yeah.
I can bring one.